They were in our festival last year. Did an amazing job, and I was so mad they had to leave early because they definitely would have been in the best of the fest. And in a minute, you will see exactly why. So please, make some noise! Make some noise! Make some noise! All the way from Seattle, Washington, give it up for Javann Jones!
How y'all doing? This is dope. This is dope. I like this. This is dope. Okay, so I live in Seattle now. I'm actually originally from Alabama. Yeah, what's up? Any people from Alabama in here? Yeah, well, I guess not. I was the only one who got out. Dope. All right. I escaped. No one else. I left Alabama, but like my family is all still there. And that's kind of weird for me because that means they're still doing like Alabama shit, and I don't like that. I'll give y'all like the best example. Like I recently found out my grandmother is a Republican.
Aww.
Yeah, Alabama shit is not. But like when I found out, my family tried to like make me feel better and reassure me, and I'll do the same for you. I want to reassure you that my grandmother is a good Republican. Because she died like 3 years ago, so. Voted for Trump once and was out. I was like, that's what happens. Consequences, all right. Okay, y'all are dope. I'm actually, I'm a former Jehovah's Witness. I left that too in Alabama, and yes, thank you. When I left, I was trying to like, I wanted to do something like big and grand to like represent like me leaving part of my life behind. And I had this great idea. I was like, I'm gonna, I don't know if you know this, Jehovah's Witnesses have their own Bible. So my idea was, I'm gonna take this Bible, I would build a little raft, and then I would set it on fire, put it into a river, and I would just push it off into the river, and then I would feel free, right? That's what I wanted. So I went to a craft store and bought a bunch of popsicle sticks, and then I built a little raft. And then I took the Bible, went down to the river, I had my lighter, I got the long one, and then I put the Bible on the raft, and then I put the raft in the river, and then it just took off. I couldn't even set it on fire, which is kind of And the entire time I was just watching the Bible disappear into the distance. In my head, I just imagined like somewhere down the river, there was a dude who was just like, you know what, God, just give me one sign. Bible goes by and I'm like, damn it, I did it again. I can't get out of it. Okay, so here's something that I want to tell. I just turned 43 this year. Okay. I feel like those are class for people who are not 43. This shit is terrible, I don't like it, it's not great. I don't like, I guess I will say this, like, I like getting older. Getting older is kind of dope. I don't like being old. That's the part I'm not into. I have a whole bunch of new stuff happening to me that I'm not used to. Like, the newest thing that's been happening to me is this thing called diseases. I've been getting those. It's not, I hate them. Okay, I got this thing recently, and I'm gonna tell you what it is, and if you had it before, please don't talk to me about it after the show. I got this thing recently called epididymitis. And okay, cool. I didn't know what it was either until I got it. So here's what it is. It's your epididymis is inflamed, yeah, epididymitis. And your epididymis is a tube that connects your testicles to your body. So, yeah, okay. So some of you don't have testicles, you feel great right now, right? Yeah. All of us with testicles, welcome to my world. That shit was terrible. And when it happened, like my balls swelled, like swole up, they got giant. Like I had, and if you're like thinking to yourself, okay, well how big did they get? At one point, when I think at the peak, I remember like looking down and thinking to myself, I should run for president. And that's ballsy, that's giant balls, that's very big. I was like, I can do it. I'm smart enough, I just need to get funding. That's all I think I gotta do. And I grew up poor, so I didn't go to the doctor initially. I did this thing where I was like, I'll just wait this out. And I was just walking around, me and my balls, just having the best time ever on the couch together. Me on this side, and taking up the rest of the couch. I finally like broke down and went to the doctor, and I thought in my head I would walk into the doctor and I'd be like, hey, my balls are swollen. The doctor, he or they would be like, click, 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 click on the computer, and be like, this is what you have. They would give you medicine, and that would be it. That was not what happened. I went in, and then in succession, I had to show 5 different people my balls. And not the energy you think when they came in like, oh, hi, Mr. Jones. No, they were like, hey, I heard some balls were swollen, and that's not the energy you want. The 5th person had an ultrasound, and they just spent 20 minutes going back and forth over my balls, like, what's in there? And I'm like, I hope balls. This isn't Jurassic Park, they're not dinosaur eggs. Yes, right size, not what they are. I know they're balls. And finally afterwards, like, they all met without me or my balls outside the room I was in to confer, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, to include me. Like, I'm already halfway out the door with the balls, you kidding? And they gave me medicine, and then I got a shot, and then I had to go home and like lay on the couch for like 2 weeks. It was terrible. And the entire time, I kept like looking in the mirror at my balls as they deflated, like Tom Brady styles. And I noticed something. I started like really looking at my balls, and I was like, oh no, I think this has made my balls ugly. And then I started thinking like, wait, were my balls ever good looking? And I sent some tragic text. I was like, hey, haven't talked to you in a while, but you've been close enough to my balls. Pretty? No? Yes? And I think I have ugly balls. And here's the thing. I'm pansexual. I've had balls in my face before. I've had beautiful balls. I've had ugly balls. I know a good-looking ball when I see one, and I'm saying my balls don't attract me. Anyway, one last thing, and then I swear I'm not gonna talk about my balls ever again to you. One last thing. So this happened once, and then I got healthy, and then it happened the second time, and I had to go back to the doctor after it happened the second time. And I'm not gonna regale you with what happened, but I will tell you, and this is a little gross, so I apologize in advance. But I had this moment where I made the doctor laugh and then get concerned at the same time, and I just want to share this with you. So I'm telling the doctor about like, the swelling's back, and the doctor is like, okay, well, can you tell me are there any symptoms? And is there any like blood in your semen? And I was like, okay, so I had sex and I came into a condom, and then when I looked at it, it looked like a tequila sunrise. And he laughed, and then was like, oh no. I was like, you're right, that is way too much blood for anybody's semen. All right, okay, we're done. I'm not gonna talk about that anymore. My balls appreciate your applause. Okay, I'm pansexual and polyamorous. Okay, cool, most people, no, don't clap for it. It's not June, it's okay. I get it, there's been a lot of queerness on this stage. I understand, it's whatever, I missed my chance. Usually when I tell people that though, like I get that kind of response. It's a little standoffish. Like I think people look at me like I'm Ash Ketchum, just out here throwing my balls and everything I see. And that's not what's happening. I will tell you, polyamory has been a little bit different for me. I will say though, if you're monogamous, like think about doing it. Like give it a shot. Just see if you're into it. The worst thing that's gonna happen is you'll wreck your relationship. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. Here's the thing, if you are polyamorous, you have opportunities to do things that you cannot do if you're monogamous. I'll give you a great example. I have a girlfriend, right? And my girlfriend has a girlfriend. And sometimes I get to watch when they argue and her girlfriend does the same shit to her that she does to me, and that's incredible. It's so good. It's delicious. You don't know how good it is. She'll come home and be like, we had an argument that she shut down the entire thing by crying. I'm like, what? What do you do to that? I've never seen that. That's not a thing that happens in this house ever. I will say like my experience for polyamory has been, I've gone through a lot of breakups. In fact, I went through in 1 year, I went through 14 breakups, which, okay. I mean, made me feel bad about it. No, that's cool. I mean, I did go through 14 breakups. You could comfort me, but no, fine. Yeah, damn. You must be heartbroken. I am. I went through 14 breakups in 1 year. I'm not bitter or sad about it. I will tell you, like, when it happened, like, I'm always trying to be optimistic. That's like my whole thing. And so what I did is like, I'm gonna be optimistic about breakups. And I found 2 specific things about breakups that like you can do that it's not gonna make your breakup better. It's still bad, you're still broken up, obviously. But I feel like it just makes the whole experience like slightly better, right? So so the first thing is like pay attention to your friends. And specifically like they turn, right? So like when you're with your person, they're like, oh my God, you two are so cute together. We love you. And then when you break up, they're like, yo, we hate that motherfucker. And that's what you want. Those are great friends. My best friend, one time I broke up with someone who was like, yo, you should kill that nigga. And I was like, whoa, you're a great friend, but that's terrible advice. I'm not gonna listen to you, but high five, same team. I told my mom this joke, and when I told it to her, she got like real quiet. And I was like, Mom, what's up? What's going on? And she was like, no, it's cool, it's a funny joke. And I was like, all right, Mom, I need you to tell me what's happening. And what I found out is that she still talks to my ex-wife, who I've been divorced from for years now, and they talk weekly. I don't talk to my own mom weekly. I talk to her like, okay, you know what, don't worry about it. I don't talk to her weekly. And I felt bad, and we were like on a call, she could see my face and she could tell like I felt some kind of way. So like she was like trying to make me feel better. And she was like, oh, don't worry, I'm still Team Javann. And I was like, dope, because Team Javann is how you stay out of the retirement home. And she does not like that joke, not a fan. Okay, last thing, great about breakups, here's something you should know. Next time you go through a breakup and you're really having a rough time, right? Just cry in public, right? Cry in public. Anyone? No? Here's the thing, it's not gonna make you feel better. But it will make everyone feel worse, and that's what you want. You want everyone to feel bad. We're all gonna be sad together as a family. We'll enjoy this misery. I like to cry down by the water, like near a pier, because I love to look at scenery when I'm having a bad time. And I was down by the pier in Seattle, and there were a bunch of families out. It was a warm time, and I was like crying because that was my space. And I'm bawling my eyes out. People are like playing with their kids. And this older white man walked up to me, put his hand on my shoulder, and he was like, Jesus wept, and then he just walked the fuck away. I was like, I don't know what this is about. If he was just trying to stop me from crying, he did. I did stop crying. I was like, wait, what? And then later, I went home and looked it up, and I found out that is the shortest scripture. And then I was mad. It's like, give me some shit with more context. What are you doing? What if I looked it up and they'd been like, Jesus wept like a little bitch? How does that help me? Though that would be interesting. I would read the rest of that verse. Y'all remember like when the vaccines came out, people were like, I'm not putting that in my body. I want to tell you that first of all, I am vaccinated so many times, and I put so much in my body that and when that came out, my first thought was, that's not even like the worst thing I've ever put in me. It's not. I'm gonna give you a very gross example. One time when I was like mad straight, I was trying to impress this girl, and we were out and we were drinking, and then she threw up and she was like trying to catch it in her hand, and she started crying. It was like, now when people talk about this night, the only thing that they're gonna talk about is this. And then I looked at her and I licked the vomit off her hand. And I was like, not anymore. Now we're gonna talk about this. And did not go anywhere with her. That is not the romance movie you think it is. It's not. I will say, you hear that, that's gross. That's not even top 5 worst things for me. It's not. I'm gonna tell y'all like one of the worst things I've ever had in my mouth. Ooh, okay. I heard it. I'm gonna tell y'all about one of the worst things I've ever, we'll keep it. Had in my mouth. And I was in Greenville, Tennessee, and it was during the time of like cicadas. And I don't know if y'all have ever seen a cicada before. All right, dope, I don't have to explain them. But orange, green, fuck all the time, Rick and Morty episode, you get it. And we're watching like dogs and cats, they're all like eating the cicadas and like batting them down. And I'm with a friend, and I need you to know my friend is a white guy. Let's just call him white guy. So I'm with white guy. Well, white friend, because we're friends. I'm with white friend. And he sees it, we're talking about the dogs and cats eating them, we're like wondering what they taste like. And so he grabs a cicada, pops in his mouth, starts chewing. That's why I had to tell you he was white guy, right? So he does it, and he looks at me, and he was like, I bet you won't do it. And something you should know about me, if we're walking down the dark alley, and you run up with a gun, you're like, yo, give me your fucking wallet. I'm gonna be like, fuck you, you're gonna have to shoot me, not get my wallet. But if you ran up into that same alley, you're like, hey, I bet you can't give me your wallet and then get it back. I'm like, hey man, let's go. That's who I am, that's who I am as a person. I like a challenge. And when he said that, something clicked in me, and so I reached out and I grabbed 2 cicadas, live, still live, shook them up like dice, put them in my mouth. And in my head, I want to tell you my regret was I bit down into both of them, and it was like a bug gusher. It was just juicy, juicier than I thought it was gonna be. But I was like really struggling to try to pretend like it wasn't that bad, so I was like, I'm just gonna hold it together, and I pretended like it wasn't that bad. And so what I said to white friend was like, I bet if we cooked them, people would eat them. And he was like, no, they wouldn't. I bet there's no way you could make this into something people eat. And I was like, you bet? Okay. So we went to Walmart, and because we're in the South, we're in Tennessee, that's where you go. And I found the confection aisle. It was right next to Confederate flags, super easy to find, alphabet. And I bought funnel cake batter, powdered sugar, chocolate, and rum. And then I went back, I caught 20 cicadas, I put them in the freezer, and I killed them humanely. I soaked them in rum, and then coated them in funnel cake batter, deep fried them, melted the chocolate over to the top of them, and then dusted them with powdered sugar. And then I got a plate with a little lace dolly. And then I went to the reason I was in Greenville. I was there for a graduation party that was also a potluck. And I brought with me the desserts I created. And I made a little card, and it said 17-year chocolates. I thought in my head, people would see that, like, oh, cicadas every 17 years. These must be cicadas. And I thought people would critically think their way to what it was. I get to the party. I'm a little ADHD, so like I put everything down and I start dancing. And like, like an hour later, I'm dancing, having a great time, and then I hear someone say, hey, there's a bug in my chocolate. And I look over at white friend, and he is just an REI mannequin, just as still as he can be. And I look over at the table, and there are 2 of the 20. Remember, we made 20. There are 2 of them left on the table. And there's a crowd of people gathered around the table with like a little plastic knife, and they're cutting them open, and they're like, there's a bug in this chocolate. They cut open another one, and then finally they get it. There's a bug in all the chocolates. Who made these? I look back over at white friend. He just takes off running. He just runs outside. And then I realized I am in Greenville, Tennessee. In a room full of white people. There are no other black people here. Just realized it, and I have fed them, granted, funnel cake battered, chocolate covered, powdered sugar sprinkled, bugs. I just fed them all bugs, and they are not happy. And if you're like, okay, so what happened? I just ran after white friend. Just ran out, I left, and then we both got in the car. We drove 5 hours home, and I have not been back to Greenville since, and I'm never going back. And if you're in Greenville, you don't fucking know me. Okay, now that I just shared that very intimate thing with you, let me end on this. I like the news. I mean, like not like what's happening now. Most of what's now sucks, but I like really weird local news, and I like to look for it on like YouTube, and you can find like sometimes old stuff, sometimes stuff that happened. And so I like to look for that, and that's how like I pass my time. It's a weird thing, I know, but you just heard what I did with those cicadas. You get it. And so like the other day I saw something. Okay, so I saw this thing. It was a herd of cattle that was stampeding towards a marijuana farm, and it was on like a local news article. It was like they had like a whole graphic. They had like a little cow at the very top, and then they were showing like the cow going down towards like a marijuana leaf, you know, classic news graphic. And they even had like a cattle expert named Brian who was there explaining like why we should care about it. So they're like doing the whole thing. They're like, they cut to the graphic, like as you can see, the cattle are getting closer. The police are having a hard time stopping the stampede. And they cut back to Brian, like, Brian, can you explain to us again, like why the cows can't get to the marijuana? And Brian would like point to diagrams. It was crazy. And they kept cutting back and forth, and every time they would cut away from Brian, he'd get like a little bit more upset, so he'd like cut him off mid-sentence, like, oh, we gotta go to a new update. He was like getting more and more angry. And then finally, like the fourth time they went to Brian, they were like, Brian, can you show us again the diagram? Like what's, and Brian like snapped, he just lost it. He was like, look, I don't think you understand. The stakes cannot be this high.
One time for Javann Jones! He get invited to Thanksgiving dinner. What do you want me to bring? Not shit. Don't bring shit. Don't even bring ice. You good. You good.